Bring your big toes to touch. And send your hips towards your heels. Straighten your arms towards the front of your space. There we go. Now start to take one deep inhale in through your nose. Open mouth, release that breath out. Two more just like that. Deep inhale in. Open mouth, release that breath out. One more deep inhale. Feel that breath go all the way up your fingertips, through your forearms, your biceps, your triceps. And then exhale as you sink your hips closer towards your heels. Now start to sway your head side to side, massage at your third eye center. Now inhale as you come up to tabletop pose. So right here, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Now your hips over your knees. Now inhale, cow, drop your belly down, create expansion through your chest. And then rotate your shoulders back, your biceps forward, and really dig the heels of your hands towards your belly button. Exhale, cat pose, curl your spine, rotate your shoulders forward, your biceps behind you. Three more just like this. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat pose, curl your spine. One more inhale, drop your belly down. And then exhale, cat. And now inhale as you come back to a neutral tabletop pose and start to lift your right knee out to the side, fire hydrant pose. Now extend your leg out and press your entire right foot into the ground. Slowly walk your finger pads out to the front of your space. And then bring your chin or your forehead all the way down. So feel that expansion through your inner groin on the right, as well as your shoulder blades or collarbone. 3 deep breaths. Right here, start to develop that Ujjayi breath. So pranayama inside out, being your own heat this morning. Deep inhale in, zip up your lips, exhale down the back of your throat. Inhale as you start to walk your hands underneath your shoulders, that one-legged tabletop pose. And then bring your right knee out to the side, fire hydrant pose. Now donkey kick straight up, just activating your glutes right here. Knee to nose, squeezing, crunching, curl your spine. 2 more like that, fire hydrant now. Donkey kick straight up. Knee to nose, squeezing. Now last time, fire hydrant out. Donkey kick straight up, hold right here. Start to take your left leg back behind you, modified side plank. So bring your right foot all the way down to your mat and then press firmly through your right foot, make a rainbow above your head. Yeah, maybe start to take giant circles with that top arm. Option to start to create that balance, grabbing your back foot and opening up through your chest. Wherever you are, 2 deep breaths. 1 inhale in. Exhale, slowly bring that foot back down. And now you're going to come to the back of your mat, pivot your foot, half split. So that straight leg, your right leg, you're coming all the way down towards that leg. Flex your toes to your nose, option if you have blocks or anything around you. Feel free to use it on each side of your foot. Now inhale, draw your shoulder blades to touch. Exhale, slowly start to walk your hands forward towards the top of your space. Yeah, so really allowing your hamstrings to open up, especially since those are what we need to strengthen and lengthen in order to get upside down today. Now dial your right hip back, left hip forward. Deep inhale, flat back. Exhale, start to hinge forward, walk your hands out a little bit further. 2 breaths here. 1 inhale in. Exhale, slowly start to take your right foot all the way down to your mat. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, extend your arms overhead. And then just hold and breathe right here. Now walk your right foot to the right side of your mat. Take your hands to your hips, dial your right hip back, left hip forward. Now extend your arms back overhead. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, sink your hips closer to your mat without bringing your right knee over your ankle. 3 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, take your hands inside your right foot, lizard's lunge. So toe heel your right foot to the right side of your mat and come all the way down to your forearms or your hands. So opening up those groin and hip flexors. Yeah, try to keep your entire right foot down on the ground. Maybe shift forward and back side to side. 2 breaths here. Deep inhale in. Exhale, rise up to your palms. Take your left hand down. Start to roll onto the pinky edge of your right foot. Take your right hand to your right thigh. Gaze over your right shoulder. So with every inhale, lengthen. With every exhale, gaze over your right shoulder. 2 deep breaths. 1 inhale in. Exhale, slowly come back. Plant your right and left hand on the inside of your right foot. Tuck your back toe, engage your back leg. Inhale, high plank. Bring your right foot to meet your left and hold right here. So now shift your gaze forward. Squeeze your belly button in, squeeze your core, your legs. Inhale, shift forward to your big toes. Tuck your elbows in. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Bring your chin to the center. Inhale, baby cobra, rise up, gaze to neutral. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Take your hands outside your mat. TP your fingertips, press into your hands. Inhale, press up, gaze up. Now breathe in through your belly button. Exhale, drop your right shoulder down, gaze over your left. Yeah, bend so deep into your right elbow, you get into your delt and serratus anterior. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend your left shoulder, gaze over your right. Send all that weight into your left armpit. Inhale, back to center, 1 more each side. So right shoulder down, gaze over your left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left shoulder down, gaze over your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, slowly lower down to your belly. Tuck your toes, take your hands next to your armpits. Inhale to a tabletop pose. Let's start to take dancing lion. So big giant hip circles to the right. It's coming all the way forward, all the way back. Yeah, getting all those nicks and cracks out. Yeah, maybe anything that's holding you back. And recognize your mat is where you're supposed to be right here, right now. Focusing on being a better version of you. Start to take circles to the opposite direction. Right here, start to think about your own intention, why you showed up. What will you focus your time, your energy, your strength on? Deep inhale in. Exhale, come back to tabletop pose. Now flip your palms over, knuckles down towards the mat. So getting upside down in handstands is definitely a lot of wrists and forearms. So start to shift forward and back, side to side, just getting into your wrists and forearms. Yeah, take 2 breaths here. And then flip your palms over, knuckles up as your hands are out in front of you. Then shift forward and back, getting a little bit more into those forearms and wrists. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, come back to that neutral tabletop pose. And let's lift your left knee out to the side, fire hydrant pose. Extend your leg out, press your entire left foot into the ground. Slowly walk your finger pads out to the front of your space. Bring your chin or your forehead all the way down, but make sure elbows are off your mat. Only your finger pads are on it. Inhale any tension you feel in your body. And then exhale as you intentionally release it out of your body. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And then bend your knee for fire hydrant pose. Donkey kick straight up towards the ceiling. Knee to nose, squeeze in. 2 more times, fire hydrant out. Donkey kick straight up. Knee to nose, squeeze in. Last time, fire hydrant out. Donkey kick straight up, and now start to extend that leg out. Pivot your left foot back, modified side plank or stargazer pose. So press your entire left foot into the ground and make big giant circles maybe with that top arm. If you're ready, Start to grab that back foot, kick it into your hand, open up through your chest. Beautiful, y'all. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly release that foot down. Pivot towards the front of your mat, half split. So left foot is out in front. Yeah, make sure your spine is straight and strong, and then pivot your left hip back, your right hip forward. Deep inhale in. Exhale, start to walk your hands out in front of your face. Beautiful. Feel your hamstrings and notice where your body's at this morning. So if they're a little tight this morning, give yourself some slack, but breathe in through the discomfort of letting all that gook lengthen out. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slide your left foot back. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, extend your arms overhead. And then hold right here. Now option to toe heel your left foot to the left side of your mat. Taking your hands to your hips, dial your left hip back, right hip forward. Now sink your hips down without bringing your knee over your toe. Now extend your arms back overhead. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, take both hands inside your left foot, lizard's pose. So option to stay on your palms or come down to your forearms, but keep your entire left foot glued to your mat. And dial your left hip back, right hip forward. With every inhale, lengthen through your spine. And with every exhale, sink your hips closer towards your mat. Through 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly rise up to your palms. Take your left hand to your left thigh. Roll onto the pinky edge of your left foot. Open it up like a book. And draw your right shoulder forward, your left shoulder back. You're getting into your TFL, the little muscle between your IT band and your glute. Your groin on the left, as well as your hip flexor on the right. So the more you understand what you're lengthening and strengthening, the more you activate it, the more it does in the pose. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly roll back onto the ball of your left foot. Take your hands inside your left foot. Tuck your back toe, high plank, bring your left foot to meet your right. You shift your shoulders over your wrists, squeeze your glutes, engage your core. Now shift forward to your big toes, tuck your elbows in, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhales, you cactus your right arm out to the side, mermaid twist. Take your right ear to the mat, left foot over right. Let's get into your serratus anterior, your traps, your chest, basically your entire body. Yeah, TP your left fingertips and press into your finger pads. Get into your right armpit. Deep inhale in. Exhale, roll back onto your belly, cactus your opposite arm. So left arm to a 90-degree angle. Take your left ear to your mat, and then your right foot over your left. TP your fingertips, getting into that armpit. Beautiful, deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly come back onto your belly. Tuck your toes, engage your legs, press your hands next to your armpits. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Yeah, so start to pedal out your dog, bend deep into one knee and the other. It's your first down dog of the day. Yeah, maybe sway your hips side to side if you need to get into those glutes. So taking your booty to one side and the other, you'll feel your IT band start to activate. And then when you're ready, come to stillness. Beautiful. Now inhale as you start to hover your right foot off the mat. Beautiful. Deep inhale in, plug your right femur bone in. Feel your calf activate. Back to downward facing dog. Opposite leg, start to hover your left foot. Flex your toes, but plug your left femur bone in. Again, we're prepping for handstands today. Deep inhale in. Exhale, place it down, and then inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your mat and take on a ragdoll pose. So option to grab opposite elbows. Option to interlace your hands behind your back. Option to interlace your hands at the crown of your head. So whatever feels good right now, let your head fall heavy, bend generously in those knees. Yeah, and start to nod your head yes. Nod your head no. Then nod your head yes for showing up today, no matter what this craziness in Georgia brings us. Deep inhale in. Exhale, release your hands down. Plant your right hand in front of your face. Bend deep into your right knee. Peel your left arm high. Sink all your weight into your left leg. Option to take a bind behind your back. Getting into your IT bands. Deep inhale in. Exhale, switch it out. Left hand down. Bend deep into your left knee. Peel your right arm all the way up. Now shift all your weight to that straight leg. Option to take a bind behind your back. Beautiful, y'all. Feel that lengthening through your neck as well if you took that bind. Deep inhale in. Exhale, release your hands down to your mat. Bend your knees, tuck your chin in towards your chest and roll up to stand vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And then exhale, Samasthiti. Bring your hands to heart center. Roll your shoulders down your back, close your eyes. Right, here's where you set your intention for your day. How will you show up? I challenge you to be present right here, right now. And what you need is on your mat, nowhere else for the next 60 minutes. Just developing into the best version of you this morning, or set an intention of your own. We'll seal our intention with one cleansing breath. Deep inhale in through your lungs. Open mouth, release that breath out. Now y'all open your eyes. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if the music is okay. You can hear me. Okay, beautiful. That works. Y'all, inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, baby back bend. Practice your arms. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's start to flow. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your hands to your shin sides of the ground. Hold here. Now right here, lengthen through your spine, but really feel your hamstrings lengthen out. Draw your shoulder blades to touch. Deep inhale in. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands, step back, hold here. Just shift your shoulders over your wrists, your hips in line with your shoulders. Now inhale, turbo dog. Bend your knees, press your chest to your thighs. You feel your collarbone, your chest start to expand. Deep inhale. Exhale, shift forward like a wave, high plank. 2 more times. Inhale, turbo dog. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, turbo dog. Exhale, high plank. Now shift forward to your big toes, tuck your elbows in, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip the tops of your feet, straighten your arms. Make sure your knees are off your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Just repeating that same thing. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain. Sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands, step back, hold here. Now shift your shoulders over your wrists, your hips in line with your shoulders. Inhale, shift forward to your big toes, tuck your elbows in, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hold right here, drop your right shoulder down, gaze over your left. Yeah, feel that through your right hip. Back to center. Left shoulder down, gaze over your right. You'll also feel this through your lat, y'all. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Deep inhale in. Open mouth, release it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Just step or float back to that high plank. Shift your weight forward, tuck your elbows in. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Always an option to skip those or lower down to your knees, as always. Deep inhale in. Open mouth, release it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat, but broaden your shoulder blades. Try to catch some there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead. And hold and breathe right here. Yes, so peel your toes off the mat. Sink all your weight into your heels. Send your booty back. And then lower all your toes down. Spread them out wide. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and your arm bones behind your ears. 3 deep breaths because you can. 2 more breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Now start to walk your hands back to your left leg, standing splits. Yeah, so take your left hand behind your shin and press your chest closer towards your shin as you lift your right leg high. 2 deep breaths. Feel those hamstrings start to lengthen. Deep inhale. Exhale, walk back to 3-legged dog. Sweep your right leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hip. Take those giant circles with your right knee, but sink your left heel down. Roll out that ankle. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Sweep your right leg high. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Extend your arms overhead. 2 deep breaths. Dial your right hip back, left hip forward. Deep inhale in. Exhale, half splits. Frame over your front foot. Yeah, flex your toes to your nose and feel your hamstrings lengthen every time we come into this pose. 3 deep breaths here. With every inhale, draw your shoulder blades to touch. With every exhale, see if you can walk your hands out a little bit further. Deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your hands next to your foot, drive your foot down. Launch off your right heel, standing splits. Yes, now walk your hands in front of your shoulders, standing L. So plug your left femur bone in. So notice the difference between rotating it. Now point your toe down towards your mat. So plug your left femur bone in, dial your right hip back. Now grip your mat with your fingertips, dome out your shoulder blades. If you need to bend your knee, that's fine too, or take blocks. Yeah, now gaze between your wrists. We're practicing just this stance for now. We will be doing some hops later on. Deep inhale in. Exhale, bend deep in that front knee. Warrior 1, step it back. Send your arms overhead. Hold and breathe right here. Perfect, y'all. So dial your right hip back, left hip forward. And then deep inhale in, bend deep in that front knee. Exhale, extend your left palm out in front of you. Helps your torso, but push any negative energy away. Inhale, rise, back up, sink your hips lower. Exhale, warrior 2, open up your hips and hold and breathe right here. I'm gonna go this way so I can see y'all. Perfect, y'all. Now notice where your torso's at. Make sure your torso is over your hips, bend a little bit deeper. Then extend your arms overhead, gaze at your shoulders. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Sink a little bit lower, exhale. Inhale, Skandasana to the back of your mat. Yeah, an option right here to come side to side. Let's open up those hips and your inner thighs. Option to stay back to your left foot if you can get your heel all the way down and walk your hands out in front of you. Option to keep this at a high Skandasana. You have 2 deep breaths. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front of your space. Beautiful, y'all. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back behind you. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, runner's lunge, frame your front foot. Bring your left foot in, pyramid pose. Yeah, so flex your toes up towards your nose, but keep your entire foot down. Now, option to stay here, option to interlace your hands behind your back thigh or your shin, which gets your chest closer, also helps dial your hip back. You have 3 deep breaths. 2 breaths. 1 inhale in. Exhale, twisted triangle. Plant your left hand down, right hand up. I'm gonna go back this way. Deep inhale in. Exhale, walk back to side plank. So left hand down, right hand up. You can stack your feet or press one in front of the other, but send your hips high. Deep inhale in. Exhale, start to take your top leg off, plant it behind you, wild thing, open up your heart. Beautiful, y'all. Deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Do not touch your foot until it's the left side of your mat. Fall in triangle. So extend your left arm up. Take big giant circles. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale, plant your left hand down. Three-legged dog, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel the difference between your right and left hamstring already. Deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, start to walk your hands back to your right foot, standing splits. Option to take your right hand behind your shin. Yeah, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, send your torso closer towards your shin. 2 deep breaths. 1, inhale in. Exhale, start to walk your hands out in front of you, three-legged dog. Knee to left tricep, hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right tricep, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Sink your hips low. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, half splits, frame your front foot. Yeah, dial your left hip back, right hip forward. Deep inhale. Exhale, walk your hands out. Flex your toes to your nose. Get into the left hamstring. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly slide your left foot back. Frame your front foot. Inhale, standing L. So plug your right femur bone in this time. Again, hands down on the mat. You can bend your knee if you need to, or place blocks. Now, dome out your shoulder blades. So draw them apart. Gaze between your wrists. Plug your right femur bone in. Just stand here for a second. Deep inhale in, bend deep in that front knee. Exhale, land it, warrior 1. Inhale, rise up. Yeah, take up space on your mat. And then hold and breathe right here. Deep inhale in. Exhale, extend your right palm out in front of you. Feel your torso twist. Inhale, extend your arms up. You have 2 deep breaths. With every inhale, lengthen. With every exhale, sink a little bit lower because you can. Yes. Deep inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Open up your hips. Perfect. Then deeper in that front knee. Extend your arms out. Now, if you see your torso coming forward or back, and you take your hands to your hips, dial your right torso back, your left torso forward, and then sink low. Gaze over your front hands. Deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Option to go side to side, getting anything in those hip flexors out. Option to stay on that right leg, to walk your hands out in front of you, or again, that high Skandasana. 3 deep breaths. Beautiful, y'all. 2 more breaths. Deep inhale in, drive through your heel. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front of your space. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Runner's lunge, frame your front foot. Inhale, pyramid. Bring your right foot in. And now option to take your hands behind your thigh or your shin. Getting into your hamstring. 2 deep breaths. Beautiful. 1 more deep inhale in. Exhale, release your hands, twisted triangle, right hand down, left hand up. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale, walk out to side plank. Right foot meets left. Inhale, lift that top leg off. Exhale, plant it behind you, wild thing, open your heart. Beautiful, y'all. Deep inhale. Exhale, fall in triangle, left hand down, left foot to the side of your mat. Yeah, take big giant circles with that top arm. Beautiful, y'all. Deep inhale. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths, y'all. Deep inhale. Open mouth, release it out. Now inhale, turbo dog. Gaze at your wrist, protract your shoulder blades. Now trying to shift your shoulders of your wrists, 4 frog hops to the top of your mat. So trying to catch some air by shifting your hips over your shoulders. That's your main intention with these. And then meet in the forward fold at the top of your mat. Beautiful, y'all. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, sink your hips low. Yes, y'all. Deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Starting to flow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, walk your hands back, standing splits. Now, stay here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Shiva squat. Bend your right knee, tuck it behind your left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. Drive through that heel, 2. Option to place blocks under your hands. Last one. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Walk out. Now, exhale, knee to nose cheetah. We're gonna do some L hops, which means you're using that momentum. Try to press up. So knee to nose cheetah into your L hops. So using that momentum, trying to shift your shoulders over your wrists, just like we just did. You have 4 deep breaths. Option to just go out and in without doing the jump. Yeah, so feel what it feels like to be in that midair. All right, last one. Deep inhale in. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits. Yeah, 3 deep breaths here. Let's try to get further than we did last time. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly walk your hands out. Beautiful, y'all. Deep inhale. Exhale, walk your hands out further. Last inhale. Exhale, slide your foot back, standing L. Plant your hands down. Yeah, now plug your left femur bone in. Now, if you want to try some handstand hops this time, you can. What you're doing, plug your left femur bone in, dial your right hip back. Now, grip your mat with your fingertips, dome out your shoulder blades like you're in cat pose. Gaze between your wrists. Now, your goal is not to launch off with that back leg. Your goal is to take that standing leg and try to kick your butt. So that's where you start, trying to use that momentum from your standing leg, not launching off, because that's how you flip over. So see if you can kick your butt a few times just for practice right here. Remember, squeezing your core, gaze between your wrists. You're trying to find that spot where your shoulders are stacked right over your wrists. Deep inhale in. Exhale, step it back, warrior 1. Woo! Beautiful, y'all. Deep inhale, exhale, extend your left palm out in front of you. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, pyramid pose. Yes, so now option, take your hands behind that shin or your thigh. See if you can get your chest closer, relax your neck. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, left hand down, side plank. Yeah. Perfect. Now send your hips high. Extend your leg above you. Step it behind you. Wild thing, open up your heart. You're gonna go this way. Beautiful. Deep inhale in. Exhale, fallen triangle. Right hand down. Left out in front of you. Perfect, y'all. Now option to stay here. Option if you want to try a push-up right here or an arm balance. So you're tucking your left arm so your triceps underneath your right leg. And then just shifting forward into the Ekapada. Option is yours, y'all. 2 deep breaths. Yes, deep inhale in. Sweep your right leg high. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Beautiful. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo. 2 deep breaths. 1 deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Now inhale, lift your left leg high. Walk your hands back to your foot, standing splits. Option, take your right hand behind your right shin. Option to do Shiva squats, tucking your left knee behind your right for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Always option, place blocks underneath your hands. 3, 2, and 1. Walk it back out. 3-legged dog. Now we're going to those L hops. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck your knee into your chest. Use that momentum. Hop it up. Inhale. Exhale, trying to shift your shoulders over your wrists. Protract your shoulder blades. Keep gazing between your wrists, not your hands. You have 4 more. Beautiful, y'all. 3, 2. Last one. Step your left foot between your hands. Drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. You have 2 deep breaths here. Reset. Deep inhale in. Exhale, frame your front foot. Half splits. Toes toward your nose. Dial your left hip back. Deep inhale. Exhale, walk your hands down in front of you. 3 breaths. One inhale in. Exhale it out, slide that left foot back. Standing L, drive through that heel. Now again, plug your right femur bone in so your right toes are towards your mat. You're bending deep into that left knee. Protract your shoulder blades so press the earth away from you. Now driving through that standing heel. Inhale as you launch. Exhale, trying to kick your butt as you lift your other legs. So trying to shift your shoulders over your wrists. And you feel the wall. The only thing is when you try to launch with that top leg, that's how you start to hinge forward because your core is not engaged. So by using that standing leg, that'll help you get upside down. Beautiful, y'all. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Deep inhale in. Exhale, step it back, warrior 1. Woo. Deep inhale. Exhale, extend your right palm out in front of you. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Exhale, pyramid, frame your front foot. Walk your right foot in. Beautiful. Now options, take your hands behind your thigh or your shin. You have 3 breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, release your hands, side plank, right hand down, left hand up. Deep inhale, extend your top foot up. Exhale, step it behind you, wild thing. Woo. Deep inhale in. Exhale, fallen triangle, left hand down, right foot to the top of your mat. Now up, if you want to try that Ekapada, you bend that left knee, and then you nudge your right tricep underneath it. Now you take your hands like you're doing a chaturanga, and start to hinge your entire thigh onto your arms, point your toes, shift your weight towards your finger pads, straighten your legs. Always option though, yeah. Deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Woo. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale as you gaze through your hands. Exhale, 3 frog hops to the top of your mat. So again, kicking your booty up, seeing if you catch a little bit more air by shifting your shoulders over your wrists. Perfect. Meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, sink your hips low. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, prayer twist towards the right. So connect your left elbow to your right thigh. Now look at your knees, make sure they're in line with one another. Then stack elbow over elbow, shoulder over shoulder. After, take your right hand, press a fist into your left. Gaze over your right shoulder. Beautiful, y'all. Deep inhale in. Option to do any arm balances. You have 2 more deep breaths. 1 inhale in. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Slide your palms underneath your feet. Bend your elbows. Bring your head all the way down. Now, if you can't get your palms underneath your feet, I need you to bend your knees as much as you need to. Then place your palms under, let your head fall, and then maybe start to straighten your legs. Bend your elbows to the outer edges of your mat. Relax your neck. Beautiful, y'all. Now inhale, halfway lift, draw your shoulder blades to touch, but do not remove your hands. Exhale, let it go, fold forward. You feel this in your hamstrings and your wrists, especially since we're gonna be going upside down again. One more time, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Now release your palms, bend your knees, come into high boat pose. We're gonna do a little bit of core, because you know I have to. Deep inhale in. Exhale, low boat. So hollow out your back. Deep inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high. Exhale, low. Come all the way down to your back. Now extend your palms out towards the ceiling. Take your right leg up. So standing L, but now we're just supine. So hollow out your back. I want you, if you see any space, even if you have your camera or mirror, I want you to tilt your pelvis down so there's no space in that back. Now extend your arms up, switch out your legs, and then switch. Yes, so this is what it feels like to get upside down. So drawing your shoulder blades apart, hollowing out your back. The same exact motion, we're just on our backs. Now take your hands behind your head, opposite knee to opposite elbow for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it right. Charlie, angel your fingers for 8, 7, 6 little pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, hold in 2, hold in 1, hold for 4, 3, straighten that leg. 2, 1, inhale, lengthen, switch out your legs. Exhale, little pulses to the left, try to straighten your leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, feel your obliques. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, bring your knees into your chest. Grab behind your thighs, start to rock and roll. As always, my classes always seem to run longer. So let's pop up in a chair pose. Deep inhale in. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, prayer twist towards the left. Yeah, so option to take your hand into a fist on the left. Option to open your arms. Any arm balances you want to take on this side, go for it. Beautiful, y'all. You have 2 deep breaths, sink your hips lower. Thank you, Molly. Deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, option to go into crow, option to just shoot back to chaturanga. So crow, you're shifting your shoulders over wrists, bend your elbows, and just start to shift your weight from your feet to your finger pads. Squeeze your toes together. Now dome out your shoulder blades. Option to stay here, option to shoot it back to chaturanga, but we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Whew. Beautiful, y'all. All right, we got one more part of our flow and we're done for today. So inhale, lift your right leg high. Yeah. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, extend your arms overhead. Exhale, half splits. Last time on this side. Now dial your right hip back, flex your toes. Deep inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. One more inhale. Exhale, slide your right foot back, standing L. The last chance to try some handstand hops on this side. So again, dome out your shoulder blades like you're in cat pose. Bend deep into that right knee, plug your left femur bone in. Now you're launching as you try to kick your booty and shift your shoulders over your wrists. The reason you'll fall forward is you're launching that top leg too much. So you're trying to catch a little bit of air. And maybe you hold it. Perfect, y'all. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. 1-legged Tadasana. Bring your left knee in line with your chest. Exhale, funky chair. Open up your hips. Yes, sink your hips down. We're only going to be here for just a second. Deep inhale. Exhale, back to center. 1-legged Tadasana. Exhale, set up for dancer on the left. So grab the left sole of your foot. Make sure your torso square to the front. Deep inhale. Exhale, dancer. Leave a micro bend in that knee. Kick up. Feel your quads and hamstrings. 2 deep breaths. 1 inhale in. Exhale, release your hands, step it back, warrior 1. Inhale, Skandasana to the back of your mat. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, pyramid pose. Option to take your hands behind your shin or thigh. If you want to try handstand hops again, you can. So you can plant your hands down, bend deep into that knee. If you want to try to switch kick. Right here, trying to shift your shoulders over your wrists, you can. Just make sure you're not launching forward, but pressing through your mat. Beautiful, y'all. 1 deep inhale in. Exhale, side plank. Plant your left hand down, right hand up. Beautiful, y'all. Deep inhale in. Exhale, take that top foot off. Wild thing. Plant your foot behind you. Open up your heart. Deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Fallen triangle. Take that right leg all the way out. Yes, now deep inhale in. Exhale, come all the way down. Straddle pose. Yep. So take your feet out wide. Flex your toes. Deep inhale in. Exhale, walk your hands out in front of you. And if you have any pillows, especially since you're home, I sometimes use a stability ball, anything like that. We're just getting into your inner thighs. But deep inhale. Exhale, walk your hands out a little bit further. 2 deep breaths. One more inhale in. Exhale, slowly come up. Take your right foot inside your right hand inside your right foot, and then take your left arm over your ear. If you have that capacity with your external obliques, see if you can try to touch your toes. And then gaze underneath your top armpit, get into your scalene. Deep inhale in. Exhale, switch it out. Grab your opposite inside of your foot, take your opposite arm over your ear. When you get off your mat, how can you focus on being present and being the best version of you today? Despite any chaos that comes our way, deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly come up. Take your hands on the outside of your right leg. Come onto the inner arch, back to that fallen triangle. Deep inhale. Exhale, plant your left hand down. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side, y'all. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, extend your arms overhead, sink your hips down. Exhale, half splits. Frame your left foot, point your toes to your nose. Now inhale, flat back. Exhale, start to hinge forward over that leg. 3 deep breaths. Now dial your left hip back. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slide your left foot back, standing L, launch off that front heel. Now again, another chance to play. So bending and launching off that standing leg, protracting your shoulder blades, trying to kick your booty up with that lower leg, but also using your right leg a little to launch your hips over your shoulders. Maybe you catch a little bit of air. You have 4 deep breaths. There you go, gaze between your wrists. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly step it back, warrior one. Woo. Inhale as you rise up. Yes, and now exhale, launch off that back foot. One-legged Tadasana, bring your right knee to your chest. Exhale, funky chair. Yes, sink your hips low, maybe roll out that ankle, get any nicks and cracks out. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, set up for dancer on the right. So grab the right sole of your foot. Deep inhale, leave a micro bend in that left knee. Exhale, dancer's pose, kick up. Beautiful, y'all. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly step it back in warrior one. You're beautiful. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Pyramid pose. So walk your right foot in. Now, option to stay here, option to grab behind your shin or your thigh. If you want to try a few more of those handstand hops, go for it. But walk your left foot just a little back and trying to kick your butt and launching your hips over your shoulders. Deep inhale in. Exhale, side plank. Plant your right hand down, left hand up. Beautiful. Take your top leg off, plant it behind you. Wild thing, open up your heart. Deep inhale. Exhale, plant your left hand down, ball in triangle. Take your left leg to the top right edge of your mat. Beautiful. Deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your right hand down. If you want to take a chaturanga or any of the arm balances, you can. Or else inhale, sweep your left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Yeah, so sit up straight and tall. If you have anything to put under your left sacrum, if it's up, go for it, or take a supine figure 4. Inhale as you sit up straight and tall. Exhale as you start to walk out in front of you. Start to release. I'm guilty so much in life to going to the next thing. What's the next goal? The next thing I can go for if I make an accomplishment, but sometimes it's important to recognize where you're at, to acknowledge and stop searching for joy that's right in front of you. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly rise up to your palms. Sweep your right leg out in front of you. And sit up straight and tall. Bring your left sole of your foot into the right leg. Inhale as you extend your arms overhead. Exhale, hinge forward over your right foot. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly rise up. Take your left palm behind your glute and come up to that stargazer pose or modified side plank. So left hand down, right hand up. Deep inhale in. Exhale, come all the way back down. Let's switch out your legs. So you can come through downward facing dog. If you want to go back into that chaturanga, if you want to match out your body, all meet back in downward facing dog. Now inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. So inhale as you sit up straight and tall. Exhale, start to walk your hands out in front of you. Maybe start to sway side to side. Anything that's holding on in your hip flexors, which is where we store a lot of our emotions. Let it all go. Deep inhale in. Open mouth, release it out. And then slowly start to rise up to your palms. Sweep your left leg out in front of you. Right foot inside your left thigh. Inhale as you stand up straight and tall. Exhale, hinge forward over your left foot. Start to think about, no matter what chaos goes around your mat, whatever chaos is going outside of this world that you can't control, what you can control starts on your mat and expands from there. The lessons you learn, the movement you make is medicine for the entire rest of your day. Deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly rise up, plant your right hand behind your right glute, come up to that stargazer pose. Maybe take those giant circles. Deep inhale in. Exhale, come all the way back down. Take your right and left leg out in front of you. Grab behind your thighs, slowly start to roll all the way down onto your back. And then bring your knees into your chest. Exhale, happy baby. Grab the outer edges of your feet and rock side to side. Option to grab your ankles if you can't grab your feet. Extend one leg, the other if you need a little bit more. Just stretching your groin and inner thighs. Beautiful. Now inhale as you cactus your arms, cross your right leg over your left. Scoot your hips over to the right, supine twist, gaze over at your right elbow. Feel your neck start to release tension, your lumbar spine. Deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Slowly come back to your back and let's switch out your legs. So cross your left leg over your right. Scoot your hips over to the left. Send your legs over to the right. Gaze at your left elbow. Deep inhale in. Exhale, come back to center. And now take on any inversion that you want, whatever gets your feet above your head. So you can even take your hands, scooch them underneath your sacrum and lift your legs up towards the sky. Or you could take a block of pillow. I used to use reams of paper back in the real quarantine days. Option for headstand, handstand. But flex your toes to your nose, and this pose calms you down. It helps you sleep. It does a whole lot with not that much work. So whenever you feel stressed out or you feel like things are getting out of control, come back to this pose. Sends all new oxygen. It makes you feel okay. If you're in shoulder stand, come down to plow. And then plow, deaf man's pose, massage out your temples. If you're in inversion, when you feel ready, slowly come back down. If you're in waterfall, place your feet on the ground, lift your hips, remove your block or hands or anything you have. And then deaf man's pose, roll all the way down. Now bring your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead all the way up to your knees and roll side to side. Give yourself a big hug. So appreciate yourself this morning for showing up. Despite the craziness going on, your mat is always there for you. You don't need a studio. You just need your practice. Movement is medicine. Deep inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Lay flat on your mat. Let everything go. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Just come back to your breath. Take up space on your mat. I'll guide you when it's time to get out. Shavasana. How often we wave our hands in panic and despair, certain that the answer, the insight, the piece of information we need will never come. Yet often the answer we're seeking is right in front of us. There's part of us, our heart, that knows where we're going, knows what we need, knows what the next step is. Our heart will lead us on. Our soul will move us forward. Our instincts will take us home like a radar signal, beaming us to safety. Feel your panic, feel your frustration, but keep your eyes and your heart open. The answer may be closer than you think, maybe right in front of you. You're ready to move on with the rest of your Tuesday. Start to bring movement back into your body, starting with your breath. Take one deep inhale in through your nose. And then open mouth, release that breath out. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Point your toes towards the front of the room. Stretch your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Your second wake up of the day, feeling a little different than your first. And then roll over to your right side in fetal pose to bring your knees into your chest. Use your arm as a little pillow and pause right here. We end our practice each class in Shavasana and corpse pose, the death of our practice. Roll into fetal pose to represent rebirth, new beginnings, a chance to allow ourselves to see what's right in front of us, rather than always looking for someone else, somewhere else for happiness. Starting to acknowledge where we're at, starting to acknowledge that we always have our practice and we can always come back to that. Acknowledging sometimes the answers are right in front of us. Use your left palm, press you up to a seated position, facing the front of your space. Roll your shoulders down your back, bring your hands to your heart center and keep your eyes closed. We'll seal our practice today just as we started with one cleansing breath. So exhale all your stale air out first. Then deep inhale in. Open mouth, release everything you want to let go of this morning. And then take your hands to your third eye center and pause right here. The light, the love, the teacher in me sees, honors, and absolutely adores the light, the love, the teacher in each and every one of you. Continue to sparkle and bring sunshine to this not so sunny day today. We vow together.